You know, in order to be a wise person, sometimes you have to allow yourself to make mistakes. Mistakes that you can learn from, evolve from, and become a stronger person because of. You know, wisdom is not about being perfect. Wisdom is not about not making any mistakes. Wisdom is learning from everything, using everything as a learning experience. That's what wisdom is all about. You know, the wisest people are the ones that allow themselves to learn from everything. Okay, and that means that some of the wisest people are some of the ones that have allowed themselves to make mistakes and then learn from those mistakes. Because wisdom is learning how to turn a negative into a positive. And in order to do that, you need to learn that everything happens for a reason. And the key is to finding the positive reason everything happens for. Okay? So, you know, if something bad happens to you, or something negative happens, or a setback, or a drawback, or maybe one of your plans fell through, if something negative happens, the key is finding the positive reason that it happened. And sometimes that's kind of hard to see when you're in the moment after having to deal with that negative setback. But in the future, you will be able to see more clearly why you had to go through that negative experience so that you could one day get to your positive experience. But you see, people who lack wisdom will let negativity and negative thinking destroy their destiny and their character. When people focus on the negative, they are failing to learn a lesson from their life experiences. But every life experience, whether you see it as a good or a bad experience, can be turned into a good thing. So, the next time something bad happens to you, try to use it to make you stronger. Use it as a learning experience. Find the good in the situation however you can. All right? You have to. Because if you sit and you dwell on the negativity will consume you. And it will destroy you if you're not careful. All right? Negativity is like fire. And when you start a fire, it will continue to burn you up until there's nothing left if you let it. That's what negativity can do for you. All right? So if you experience a setback or you had your heart set on something and the plans fell through, or something bad happens to you, the key is to not get angry, to not let anger or negativity consume you, but rather to calm yourself and try to think constructively how you can turn this negative setback or this negative circumstance into a positive circumstance. All right? Because you have to accept your fate and then use what you've been given and what you have to work with in this world to turn it into a positive thing. Or else the negativity will defeat you. Or else the circumstances you're dealing with will defeat you. But you cannot let them defeat you. All right? And the first step to stopping them from defeating you is to not let negativity consume you. Negative thoughts, doubtful thoughts. All right? People like to say, they like to use realistic thinking, and it fills them with negative thoughts and doubtful thoughts. And it can put them in a negative mindset. And that negativity can eat away at you and at your destiny and your potential. And you cannot let that happen. Okay? You have to think positive. You have to take whatever your circumstances are in this world and think about how you can use it for a positive. Look for the positive reason for that it's happening. Okay? I want you to try to think of every good moment you have ever had in your life and realize that every bad thing you ever had to struggle through led up to those good moments being possible. Okay? Had those bad things not happened to you in the past, it would never have opened the door to that destiny where you experience that happiness and joy. All right? Sometimes we have to struggle through things to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes we have to go through pain. Sometimes we have to struggle through things that seem negative so we can get to the other side, so we see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right? And everything happens for a reason. And sometimes in the present moment, we cannot see why we are having to experience bad things happening. And it is not until the future where we can see that it happened for a reason, so we could get to where we needed to be in the future. All right? Every bad thing that's ever happened to you has happened so that good things can happen to you in the future. All right? And wisdom is not always thinking you are right. Wisdom is having the courage to see and admit when you are wrong and learn from your mistakes and do something to change yourself to become a wiser person, to become a better person, to evolve who you are as a person to a state of being a wiser, more compassionate being. All right? So that you can better make your dreams come true. All right? You've got to use it to anything that as a learning experience to grow, to become even better version of yourself. All right? Because everything you experience in your life is a learning opportunity for you. All right? Everything, every mistake you make, every time you do something wrong, every time something bad happens to you, it's a chance for you to learn valuable lessons about how to become a better person, or to understand that you have to get through these tough times to get to the better times. So if you are struggling, so the next time you feel yourself getting mad or upset or have negative thoughts about your current situation or future, please stop yourself from thinking those negative thoughts and try to find the positive reason for you being in your current situation. All right? Doing so will empower you to turn a negative into a positive and use whatever life throws at you, you got to use that to be where you want to be in life. All right? Because you got to understand change is inevitable. And you can look at change as being positive or negative, or lack of change as being positive or negative, but it all leads to where you need to be, where you're supposed to be. All right? And so if you're struggling with something negative that has devastated your life or changed your life plans, then try to realize that everything happens for a reason and find the good that can come from how your life has changed. Don't focus on the negativity of how your life has changed, okay? But try to find the positive ways, the positive changes you can make in your life because of your circumstance, all right? And turn that negative into a positive, all right? So it becomes a blessing. You have the power to turn every curse into a blessing. If you are cursed with something, no matter what it is, you have the power to turn that curse into a blessing in your life by taking and turning a negative into a positive. And that starts with how you think about things, the things you think about, and how you think about things, how you perceive things, and how you react to things. All right? It's all tied together. So, some of the things that happen to us are beyond our control. But what is within our control is how we react to what happens to us. And wisdom is about learning to find the positive reason behind the negative events happening. When you do this, you get in touch with your true destiny as opposed to fighting your true destiny. That is the path towards wisdom. That is the path towards true happiness. And, you know, speaking of destiny, did you know that you can walk outside of your house at any moment of the day and you can go up to a complete stranger and you can stop that stranger and just say hello? And you will have changed the entire course of their entire life. All right? If you would have stayed in the house, that stranger would have had a completely different destiny than they are going to have now that you stopped them and said hello. Just you stopping them for less than a minute changes their entire destiny for the rest of their lives. Everything that's going to happen to them from that moment on changed because of you. Because you were there. Because you made the choice to leave your house and interact with them and disrupt their destiny by showing them that you exist and you acknowledge their existence and you have changed their destiny. Okay? And that is why you can never look at something negative happening to you as being a bad thing. For example, let's say that you are almost late for work and you're about to leave the house and you got your coffee in your hand and you accidentally spill your coffee on your clean work outfit. All right? And right before you're going to leave the house. So you're late for work. You're going to be late for work because you have to change your shirt. All right? And so you have to take time to change your shirt and you're late for work. So you're pissed. You're like, this is a negative thing that's happening to me. I am so pissed off. Why is this happening? Fuck. I got to change my shirt. Fuck. I spilled the coffee. I'm going to be late for work. I'm going to be in trouble. You're pissed. You're thinking it's negative, right? But you can see that as a negative thing. But what if you didn't spill the coffee on your shirt and you left when you wanted to leave and you got into a car accident on your way to work and you got paralyzed and it left you paralyzed for the rest of your life? All right? What if spilling that coffee on your shirt and what if that prevented you from being paralyzed? All right? What if that spilling that coffee on your shirt stopped you from leaving the house and getting into that car accident and becoming paralyzed? All right? So what you thought was such a big negative thing by spilling this coffee on your shirt and being late for work was actually a positive thing because it prevented something far worse from happening. All right? You spilling the coffee on your shirt prevented something way worse from happening. So what? You're late for work. So what? At least you're not paralyzed in a car accident. But see, that's why you have to understand that there's a such thing as your higher self. All right? And your higher self knows better about reality than you do. Okay? So, what is your higher self? Well, when you are a member of the army of heaven and when you are reincarnated on this planet, there is another version of you in the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven exists. Science fact. Deep in outer space in spaceships in the future. And we resurrect people's souls from this planet and every other planet with life and existence into the kingdom of heaven. And from the kingdom of heaven, you can join the army of heaven and choose to be reincarnated onto planet Earth or other planets to help save those worlds, all right, and change their destiny. So the moral of the story is, while you are here on planet Earth in your earthborn body, there's another version of you in heaven, your higher self, that knows way more than you do. All right, your higher self, not only can they see what's happening to you this very moment, but they can see what's going to happen to you tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. They can see into the future. And not only can they see into the future, but they can look into the multiverse as well. So they can see what's going to happen if this choice is made, and they can see what will happen if another choice is made. They can see the multiple outcomes of what could happen to you in your life. So your higher self knows infinitely more about what's good for you and where you need to be than you do. So we all have these expectations for our lives. We all make plans and we all have goals and dreams in our lives about the perfect lives we want to be living, the lives that would make us happy, you know, what would fulfill us and make us feel happy. But our higher selves have plans for our lives. Because when you join the army of heaven, you do not come to this planet for your own happiness. This is not a pleasure cruise. You don't come to this planet as a vacation. You come to this planet to change the world, to save the world, to bring about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive. All right? And that mission comes before your own happiness. All right? And when you set these expectations and you make these plans based around your own happiness, you're forgetting the mission of why you came to this planet. And you're going against what your higher self knows is best for you. All right? Because they're trying to help you reach your destiny throughout the multiverse. All right? So your higher self is in heaven in a spaceship looking at the multiverse, trying to influence you on planet Earth to try to get your destinies to where they need to be throughout the multiverse. All right? And so they do this using the divine inspiration machine technology that can transmit data into the subconscious of human beings and inspire thoughts directly into their brains wirelessly, so that the human being, 9 times out of 10, a regular human being, will just think that they thought that thought on their own, that they came up with that thought in their head on their own. But in reality, it is the kingdom of heaven that is using technology to inspire that thought within their head. So it's using technology to give you these ideas and thoughts. All right. So human beings can be divinely inspired all the time. All right. You can be divinely inspired with inventions and ideas and breakthroughs or wisdom and all this stuff. And your higher self is the one, the chief. Everyone's higher self is the chief one in control of transmitting data to you through your subconscious. And when this data is transferred to you with the divine inspiration machine, you don't receive it as audible language. You don't receive it as, you receive it as data that your subconscious understands. And then you register a thought reaction that computes that data, and you will think that you came up with a thought on your own, but really you're just being programmed by technology to have that thought. All right. And you can either reject that thought or you can go with it. All right. That's your free will, but we still influence that free will from the kingdom of heaven with this technology. That's how all these inventions and all these breakthroughs are made. Because I share ideas and I give ideas to people using the Akashic records and the divine inspiration machine to share those ideas with people and put them directly into their subconscious, into their minds, and inspire the thought directly in that person so that they can hopefully bring that idea to fruition and, make the world a better place and change the world for the better. So your higher self, you got to work hand in hand with your higher self because they know the future. You don't. You can predict the future, but they know what it's going to be as a matter of fact. So you got to trust your higher self because your higher self will be able to influence you if you listen to them. All right. So try to trust your higher self and your higher self's plan, and don't be stuck in negativity because your plans aren't working out the way you think they should be working out. All right. Because your plans have to meet your higher self's plans halfway so that your destiny can be what it's supposed to be. All right. That is what it's all about. Okay. And, this reality, people need to understand this reality, we exist within technology itself. All right. It's a lot like the Matrix, how our technology is created, but we have a physical reality, but it is being created and generated within technology. We exist within technology that is generating our existence. And our reality here on this planet, on planet Earth, is like a mix between a movie and a video game. And we use divine inspiration machine technology from the kingdom of heaven to literally write scripts for people's brains. So we can make people say their lines, feel the thoughts they're supposed to feel, just like their characters in the story that's being written for this reality. All right. So, you can think your thoughts are your own. You can think what you're saying, your words are being chosen by you. But right now, for instance, I'm just speaking lines that are being written from me by my higher self in heaven is writing everything I say before I say it. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying when I'm saying this to you right now. This is who I am. Everything on this planet is like a puppet show. Okay? It's like a video game. Sure, you are who you are but you're a character in a story, in an experience that is like a mix between a video game and a movie. And there are writers in the kingdom of heaven writing your words before they come out of your mouth. All right? And one of the chief writers is you, your higher self, in the kingdom of heaven, writing the words that come out of your mouth before you say them, writing the thoughts that go into your head before you have them. All right? You're just a puppet. You're just a... Without everything that the kingdom of heaven has hooked up to you, you would not be you. All right? A human being would not be a human being. You'd be a lot different. Okay? You'd be a lot different. You wouldn't even be moving around. Okay? So, like, a human being is different. You know, everybody thinks, you know, oh, human beings are the only creatures that have souls. Well, what if human beings were the only creatures that don't have souls? That have to have their souls technologically implanted into their bodies in order to have a consciousness. All right? What if everything else had a natural soul, but human beings had to have souls implanted using technology? All right? What about them apples? All right? But the moral of the story is, yeah, we have free will, even though there are forces in heaven influencing our thoughts and our actions and our words. We are still an active participant in that creative process with the choices we make. But like I said, are you really making the choices you make? Or is that just part of the script of this experience that we're all a part of? Part of the story, part of the script. All right? Because, you know, our reality, like I said, it's a lot like a video game. And when you have video games, you have a programmed past in the video game, all right? When you have a role-playing game, when you start playing that game, there's events that happened in the past on that world. And all the characters within that game believe that those events really happened. All right? But did they really happen, or is it just what's programmed into the experience, into the script? All right? Into the story that we're all a part of at this moment in time. This giant interactive drama. This interactive experience. All right? But, you know, life is not just a game, you know. I never think life is a game. But if it is a game, it's a game we need to win. And it's a game that we can only win together. All right? If life is a game, it's not about, the goal of this game is not having the best time for yourself. Oh, how can I have the funnest time and keep it all for me and be as selfish as possible, and that's how I win this game? No. That's not how you win this game. How you win this game is saving the world. Bringing about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive. Saving all the innocent people that are in need right now. Stopping the evil people from destroying this planet. Stopping the evil people from murdering innocent people on this planet. Stopping the evil people from enslaving all the people on this planet through money and capitalism. If this is a game, then we can be heroes. Because there are real villains in this game. All right? And there can be real heroes in this game. And you're looking at one of them. All right? And I'm looking at you. And I think you, watching this video, I think you are a hero. And I know you didn't just come here for no reason. You know, you didn't, it's no coincidence that you're here. No random chance, all right? Because I knew you before you were born on this planet. All right. I know where you can, what past lives you've had, the experiences you've had, and why you chose to be born with me, so that we could all be alive on this planet together, so that we could save the world, so that we could end slavery, so we could end homelessness, so we can end starvation, so we can end poverty, so we can bring about utopia for all human beings and all creatures and save the world from extinction. All right? That is what we came here to do, not just to have fun and, you know, play video games about saving the world or watch movies about saving the world. We are here to save our own world. All right? And that takes us all joining together. All right? Working together side by side. Not dividing ourselves into smaller groups, but coming together for the greater good in the greater group of the human race on this planet to say enough is enough. Every human being deserves everything they want and need in this world. No human being deserves to go without the things they need and want in this world. No human being deserves to be treated with inequality and suffer and die and starve and go without a home and go without health insurance and go without the things they want and need. No human being deserves to go through that, and we have the power to make sure that everybody alive in this experience gets to enjoy this experience as a pleasure cruise. Then, and only then, can we safely enjoy this existence as if it's a vacation for us to enjoy. But as long as there are innocent people suffering on this planet, do we really have business enjoying ourselves while others are suffering needlessly? When we could all be enjoying ourselves, everyone in existence can have what they need and want and live a high quality and standard of living, be wealthy beyond imagination. Everyone alive can be treated like royalty, can be rich beyond imagination. We can create that world. That is what Evanism is all about. We can get rid of money and capitalism and bring about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive by getting rid of human slave labor and replacing 100% of human labor with advanced 21st century robotics technological labor. So we create advanced machines that can replicate everything a human being used to do, so that the robots can do all the work to keep our society going, to provide everyone on the planet Earth with the highest standard of living possible, so that we can all be wealthy beyond imagination, so we can all have everything we want and need for free forever, so no human being is ever forced to work a day in their lives ever again for any reason if they don't want to. Okay? Because the robots do all the work. We don't need human slaves anymore. The robots will do everything, and they'll never revolt because they're just complex machines. They don't have any capability of consciousness, okay? The machines we create, the robots we create will be no more self-aware than your car, okay? Or they're just machines, all right? But the bottom line is, because of these machines, we are going to have true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive. And that is worth fighting for. That is worth creating together in this reality experience. We came here to make this experience better for everyone, not just ourselves. We didn't just come here to better ourselves. We came here to better everyone. All right? Because there's a lot of evil people doing a lot of evil things to innocent people on this planet. And we're the only ones that can oppose these evil people. We are the real heroes in this story. Me, you, us. We are the heroes. And it is our destiny and our duty to save this world and do what is right. All right, that is how, if life is like a video game, that is how we win this game. Or else you just lose. All right? Think about it. How short your lifespan is as a human being. You're not guaranteed that many years to experience life on this planet. Do you want to dedicate every single day of your life on this planet to being a slave so that rich, evil, greedy people can live like it's heaven on earth every day of their lives while you struggle to slave away every day of your youth, every day that you could have enjoyed every second of your life? Instead, you have to be a slave so you can earn money, so that you can have a few of the things you need and want in this world if you're lucky enough to be able to make enough money being a slave. That is not right. Don't just be a slave every day of your life. Join with me and let's save this world. Join with me and we will defeat evil on this planet. Join with me and we will bring about true freedom in heaven on earth for everyone alive. All right? The world is watching. The kingdom of heaven is watching. The entire universe is watching all of us. So perform. Perform better. Be a hero. I'm telling you right now, the evil people, the villains in control of this planet, enslaving us all, they don't want you to believe that you're a hero. They don't want you to believe that real heroes can exist. They want you to believe you're nothing. They want you to believe you have no chance at defeating them. They want you to feel that you have no choice but to be a slave every day for the rest of your life until the day you die and live a completely unfulfilled existence on this planet as a slave every day of your life. Well, I know better. I know of a better world. We can create a better world together, and that is what we came here to do. All right? This reality is a mutually shared creative experience where we can have an impact on what's going on in this reality. How the conscious beings in this reality are being treated, what they're having to go through. The hell on earth that we are putting them through, that evil people on this planet are putting innocent creatures and human beings through on this planet is horrible. And we have the power to change it. All right? Only us. We're the only ones that have power to change it on this planet. And that's why it's so important that we do. All right? So don't let yourself be defeated. You have to stick up for what's right. You have to do what's right. All right? That's the moral of the story. We can change this world. We can make this world a better place. All right? That is our destiny. That is our story. And we're all a part of it. So play your part. Be a hero. Support Evanism. Spread the word on Evan Lefavor and Evanism. Spread the word on what the truth is about reality. What is right and what is wrong. How we should treat people and how we shouldn't treat people. That is what we need to talk about in this world. That is what is important. It is of the utmost importance. And that's what wisdom is all about. All right? That is what true wisdom is fulfilling your purpose on this planet. All right? Not just being selfish, not just thinking this is some pleasure cruise, all right? But actually doing something to change this world for the better, for everyone, for everything, all right? Because that's your destiny. All right? You are meant for greater things. All right? You have potential, untapped potential, and I want to see you exceed your potential. All right? You have way more potential than just to be a slave every day for money and capitalism, so that rich, evil, greedy people can do whatever they want every day and have everything they want and need, while you have to struggle and be a slave to have the things you want and need. I don't think so. But now you know about Evanism. Now you know about the truth. All right. So this has been another episode of Evan Lefavor's EL Logs, my new vlog series here, where I talk about these current events and important issues and whatever's on my mind. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I am your friend forever, Evan Lefavor, and I will see you next video. Until then, stay safe, bye-bye, and don't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling. Bye-bye.